Good evening, race fans, and welcome to race number 8 here for the Iceman Sim Racing League here on iRacing. Tonight they're taking on the old style of Atlanta Motor Speedway, what should be an exciting race here. As you can see right now, you got Jason Semino sitting in that top spot with a 39.61. And Corbett Collins in second. Lima Carlson in third. Sean Leisure fourth. Michael Dorsey rounding out the top 5 here in practice this evening. Let's go ahead and get down to the championship standings here before we go ahead and get into qualifying here this evening. Sean Leisure is in first spot still with 280 points. Corbin Collins is in second with 274, 6 behind Sean. On third, Zach Lindgren down a spot, 264 points, 16 behind the leader and 10 behind Corbin. Jared Rashawn is in fourth with 259, 21 behind the leader and 5 behind Zach. Chase Paquette is in fifth, up a spot at 253 points, 27 behind the leader and 6 behind Jared. In sixth spot, we got Walker Thomas, up a spot from last race, 233 points, 47 behind the leader and 20 behind Chase. Aiden Kirker is in seventh, down 2 spots with 223 points, 57 behind the leader, 10 behind Walker. In eighth spot, Connor Trafari up 2 spots with 201 points, 79 behind the leader and 22 behind Aiden. Joseph Costello is in ninth, down a spot, 195 points, 85 behind the leader and 6 behind Connor. In 10th spot, Mitch Van Oss down a spot with 194, 86 behind the leader and 1 behind Joseph. Back in the 11th spot, we got Jason Semedo with 193 points, 87 behind the leader and 1 behind Mitch. We got Chris Thornton in 12th, up 3 spots with 185, 95 behind the leader, 8 behind Jason. In 13th, Michael Dorsey up 3 spots with 170 points, 110 behind the leader and 15 behind Chris. Connor Leach in 14th, down a spot with 169 points, 111 behind the leader and 1 behind Michael. Daryl Arnold is in 15th, up 3 spots with 167 points, 113 behind the leader and 2 behind Connor. Clinton Seymour is in 16th, down 4 spots, 166 points, 114 behind the leader and 1 behind Daryl. Tyler Kahn is in 17th, up 4 spots with 164 points, 116 behind the leader and 2 behind Clinton. Matthew Hooker is in 18th, down a spot, 158, as well as Chris Lilly is in 18th. He's up 2 spots. Both of them have 158 points, 122 behind the leader and 6 behind Tyler. And then rounding out the top 20 in points here this evening, Josh Duke down a spot, 149 points, 131 behind the leader and 9 behind Chris and Matthew. As they are getting down just to about a minute here left in qualifying. Do want to let you guys know, I forgot to do it. Up here in the booth with you this evening is Dennis Ansman, as always here for Extreme Racing TV. Glad to have everybody out there tuning in right now. Looks like we got 3 out there watching right now. So we're going to go ahead here as we're winding down the last minute of practice. We're going to go ahead and step away, play the national anthem. Don't go anywhere, folks. We will be right back. Alrighty, folks, welcome back as qualifying is now just getting underway here for these guys. We're out here getting their warm-ups, out lap, I should say. And let's go ahead real quick here. and pull up that weather here for Atlanta here in Georgia. It's at 80 degrees, air temp. We got a humidity of 57%, a track temp of 94 degrees, winds out of the north at 2 miles an hour, and no precipitation in sight. And the track is dry for these guys out here this evening. As times are coming in, Zach Lindgren is up in the top spot right now with a 31-111. As we have Kyle Camper out here. Looks like he got loose coming out of turn number 2 there. It looks like that was his first lap. Lima Carlson out here on track. Right now sitting in 11th spot. You got Eli out here as well. Zach Lindgren just laid down the fastest time again with a 31-031. Right now that will put him up into that top spot. Congratulations, Zach, for right now anyway. Still got just a little over 2.5 minutes here left to go in qualifying. As there we go. I forgot to get my camera out there so I can change what is going on. We got Connor up here in second with a 31-047. Got Eli finishing up his time. We got Carlson still out here on track. Corbin Call in that 71 machine with a 30-990. You got Aiden Kirker. He looked like he just finished up his lap time as well. Connor Costello is out here on track. And that 60 machine. A little tribute paint going on there for Costello here tonight. Mitch Van Oss. Tyler Kahn. Hey, Tyler, your car showed up here tonight in the driver's bar. That's good to see. Got Chris Lilly out here with a, he's not running his normal paint scheme. We got Jake Baker out here in that 17 Toyota Supra machine. So we're coming down to the last minute here of qualifying, and it looks like it is going to be that 71 machine of Corbin Collins that is going to grab the pole here this evening. Let's go ahead. If I can find him. Well, I'm not going to be able to find him, folks, so let's go ahead and get down to the starting grid here tonight. Starting in row 1, Corbin Collins with a 39.90. Congratulations, Corbin, on the pole here this evening. Zach Lindgren starting in second. In row 2, we got Connor Leach. Starting third and fourth, we got Michael Dorsey in that 99 machine. In row 3, Walker Thomas starting fifth. Chase Paquette in that 10 machine starting sixth. In row 4, Mitch Van Oss in the 182 machine starting seventh. In eighth spot, we got Josh Duke in that 32 throwback machine. Starting row 5 and ninth spot, Aiden Kirker in that 39 machine. And starting 10th, the 27 of Jared Rashawn. In row 6, we got the 53 of Chris Lilly starting in 11th. And 12th, we got the 33 machine of Tyler Kahn. In row 7, Lambert Carlson starting 13th in that 01 machine. And 14th, the 67 of Sean Leisure. In row 8, the 48 of Nathan Inman starting 15th. And 16th, the 98 machine of Anthony Colatuano. In row 9 and 17th here Eli Innes in that one machine. And 18th spot, the 93 machine of Richard Kirker. In row 10, we got the 6th machine of Daryl Arnold starting 19th. And 20th, the 43 machine of Jason Semedo. In row 11, the 60 machine of Joseph Costello starting 21st. In 22nd, Connor Trafari in that 9 machine. In row 12, Clinton Seymour in that 2 machine. He's throwing it back to the car he started on, the 47 machine. He's starting 23rd. In 24th, the 4 machine of Cody Tabor. In 25th, D. Allen Grote in that 14 machine. Starting 26th, the 72 of James Rader. In row 14, starting 27th, the 75 of Chris Thornton. In 28th, the 76 of Matt Bartels. In row 15, the 17 of Jake Baker starting 29th. The 22 of Paul Reckley starting 30th. In row 16, starting 31st, the 24 machine of Alexander Hyder. And the 91 of Kyle Camper starting 32nd. 33rd, Caden Henry Oakes in that 41 machine starting 33rd. The 04 of Cameron McHone starting 34th. And that will round out the field here this evening. Nice to see 34 drivers out here gridded here for the throwback 2. Atlanta, the 08 style here for the man, I had it. Hold on. Waiting for that pace car to dive off the safety of pit road, and then we'll get back to everything here. As waiting for Barney the flag man to wave the green flag, and we are underway here for the throwback race, Atlanta style here for the Linds. The way it should be, 150 here for the ISRL League. As they are getting ready to complete their first lap here. Looks like Corbin's going to be able to lead the first lap here this evening. But he's got Zach Lindgren. Chase Perquette here has got some company with the 79 machine of Connor Leach looking down to the inside of him. And it looks like the 79 might have it there coming out of turn number 2. Don't know quite yet. Still side by side, door to door, going down into turn number 3. And then you got the 12 machine of Walker Thomas just waiting for one of the two sides to get going, so he could go ahead and take over the spot as well. So this is a battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th spot. As Zach Lindgren has laid down the fastest lap with a 31.520. Still early on in the race. As we get back here to 19th spot, we got a cluster of cars going on right here with Connor Trafari. You got Daryl in this group, Jason Semedo, Clinton Seymour. It just looks like about 8-9 cars here in this group. About two rows deep side by side. Nothing too crazy going on right here, mid-pack, but, well, actually, 3/4 pack. That was back there for 22nd. Looks like a little super speedway action going on here early on. A lot of single file, but nose to tail for the most part. Just got a few little gaps here between, looks like Josh Duke, and that would be Connor Leach just ahead of him. But Josh got some company right now with that 27 machine and Jared O'Shawn looking to put the pressure on that 32 machine. I like to say 32 John Deere machine, and he's not running the John Deere paint here this evening. We'll see if he'll bring that back next Tuesday. Well, actually, they're off next Tuesday, so 2 weeks from tonight. See if he'll bring that John Deere machine back. As Zach here is about a little over 3/10 of a second there behind Corbin Collins, the leader who's led all 5 laps so far, looking to lead his 6th lap here. You got Chase Paquette here in 4th spot. You got a little bit of a gap to Walker Thomas, not much of a gap, but just a little bit of a gap. Connor Leach in 6th spot. Josh Duke back here in 7th, battling with that 98 machine of Anthony Colatuano, as Anthony looks like he's going to have that spot at the start-finish line. But how much is he using those tires up there, running that outside line? It looks like he was able to complete that pass over that 32 machine of Josh Duke, and now Lima Carlson is going to try to do the same thing as Anthony Colatuano and pass there on the outside line, and he's going to be able to do it there coming out of turn number 4. So now we're going to see here what Jared's going to do here with Josh Duke. So he's going to go up to the mid-high line. And he looks like he's on to the outside. Going down into turn number 3. Don't hit that wall, Jared. He almost hit that wall. And looks like he's able to complete that pass. So put Jared up to that 9th spot. As the battle for the lead is starting to heat up just a little bit more, as now Zach's got it down just under 2/10 of a second. We got battles going on back here. This is for 22nd spot with D. Allen Grote, Joseph Costello in that 60 machine. And looks like for now, Costello is going to be in 23rd, as he's going to try to hunt down Allen Grote there in that 22nd spot. Zach is still nipping that lead down just a little bit, lap after lap. It's down to just about 1/10 of a second now. And then Michael Dorsey here is sitting just a little over a second behind the leader. Let's go ahead and do a compare here. Oh yeah, he's about over a second behind the leader as well. So as Zach is now to the inside of Corbin Collins there for the lead, coming out of turn number 2, side by side. Looks like probably iRacing neck coated Corbin into the wall there. Didn't look like he actually made contact with the wall. 3 and 4, looks like Zach's pushing up just a little bit coming out of 4, and Corbin's going to be able to lead that lap. But Corbin's been put on notice here with that 85 machine of Zach Lindgren. We've had, forgot to mention this in the pre-race show, we've had 6 different winners here so far this season, and we're looking to make it number 7 here tonight. And if I'm not mistaken, Zach Lindgren has a win, and so does Corbin Collins. They both won last week at Phoenix during the twins dual race that went on with the old style Phoenix and the current style Phoenix. That happened last Tuesday night, right here on Extreme Racing TV. As we get back here to 19th spot, Alexander Hyder getting around that 47 machine, the actual 2 car of Clinton Seymour. But Clinton's fighting back there on the outside. get back up here. It looks like Corbin, for now, has been able to keep Zach Lindgren at bay, as he's got almost just a little over a 4/10 of a second lead now over that 85 machine. Connor is getting some heat from that 24 machine of Alexander Hyder there. Alexander on the inside, not going to be able to hold it. Looks like Connor's going to be able to take that spot. Down in the green 4. Connor's on the outside of Alexander Hyder, as we have a caution here this evening. The first one here tonight. Let me see if I can find what happened here real quick. Be able to find it here tonight, folks, unfortunately, so we're going to go ahead and go back live, as we do have pit stops taking place here. Everybody's coming down pit road. Get those new tires on. They've been out here 18 laps. Tires are going to come at a premium here tonight at the old style Atlanta, as everybody's down pit road. Like the only one that did not is Richard Kirker here. But he is down 3 laps, so he should be coming down this time by. Wait to see if he comes down pit road. And he is electing not to come down pit road. He's going to elect to go ahead and get a wave around here and go ahead and take the 2 laps down instead of 3 and hope for a quick caution. That's probably what he's thinking anyway. But we'll go ahead and get down through the top 5 here real quick. Corbin Collins in first, Zach Lindgren second, Walker Thomas third, Michael Dorsey fourth, Chase Paquette fifth. Back in 6th spot, Connor Leach, Sean Leisure 7th, Jared Rashawn 8th, Aiden Kirker 9th, and Chris Woolley rounding out the top 10. Should be getting the one to go here this time by. pace car lights are off, and we do get another caution here. I will bring somebody up for an interview. I was trying to see who was all in the Discord channels here tonight, and then go ahead and make my list on drivers I want to interview throughout the race, pending cautions. So, had to do that a little later than I wanted to, but it is what it is. Go ahead and wait for that pace car to drive off to the safety of pit road. And it's in Corbin's hands, and he is back on the loud pedal. We are back green flag racing here, completing lap 21 of 100 here. For Lind's the way it should be. 150 at the old style Atlanta Motor Speedway. As we got a car, I think that's Cody. Save it, Cody. He was loose coming out of turn number 2, and he was able to somehow keep that car under control. Good driving there, Cody. Get up here to 19th. Costello fighting on the inside there. That is the 43 machine of Jason Semedo. Walker Thomas is now up to that second spot, getting around the 85 machine of Zach Lindgren. Now he got his eyes set on that 71 machine of Corbin Collins. Go ahead and get on Walker here and see the field right behind him. Zach Lindgren just laid down the fastest lap with a 31.334. Zach is just sitting right here behind that 12 machine of Walker Thomas. See, about 3 drivers there using the outside line. Trying to get that line rolling. As here comes Zach Lindgren back. Go ahead and take that second spot back over that 12 machine of Walker Thomas as Corbin Collins sitting in that first spot. He just laid down the fastest lap the previous lap with a 31.213. But he enjoys it when these guys behind him battle. It makes it easier for him to extend that lead. As Jared Rashawn oh man, we got a big gaggle right here. We got the 53, the 99, the 27, the 79. I mean, about 8-9 cars right here. This is from 5th spot all the way to the 14th spot with Josh Duke. Something's going to happen. I would expect it to be right around this area. But right now, a lot of space being given to not only the inside line, but the outside line and the cars in front and behind. Not a lot of pushing, not a lot of shoving. They know it's still early on here in the race, still a long way to go here. They would like to get a long green flag run in and go ahead and have pit strategy play a factor here where they position out. Looks like we got 5 people out there watching right now. Thank you all for tuning in here for the Tuesday night ISRL season number 5. We're here on Extreme Racing TV. Make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you get informed anytime Extreme Racing TV goes live. For right now, it's for Tuesday night, but upcoming soon, we will be broadcasting not only Tuesdays, but Wednesdays and Thursdays. So here shortly, we'll be having 3 nights a week. We'll be broadcasting each and every week. So definitely looking forward to the growth of the channel. And couldn't do it without you guys, and especially with, couldn't do it without the ISRL League, Aiden Kirker, Daryl Arnold and company, Kyle Camper, and all the admins out there. They go ahead and bust their tails here putting this league together, a very good league. And having me on board for the last 2 seasons to go ahead and broadcast for these guys, it's definitely been a pleasure and enjoyment, and looking forward to many more races with these guys up here in the booth. Kyle Camper getting around the 75. Chris Thornton there. That is for the 24th spot. Trying to keep my eyes up with the gap there. What's going on with the leaders right now? Looks like it's a little over 0.6 of a second. Chris Lilly is going to go ahead and get around that 27 machine. Jared Rashawn putting Chris up into that 5th spot. Jared Rashawn is just going to take it back. He's like, I don't feel fond with you taking that 5th spot away from me. I'm going to go ahead and hold this a little bit longer. As we get back here to Connor Trafari in 11th spot. Still got this little gaggle of cars going on here with Mike Dorsey, Connor Leach, Connor Trafari, Aiden Kirker, Tyler Kahn, all battling here. Clinton Seymour up here in the 14th spot as we got a car up into the wall. That is the 27 machine of Jared Rashawn, and it looks like he got some heavy damage there on that 27 machine. Let's go ahead and see what happened here to Jared Rashawn. He might have just got loose and tried to save it and got up into that wall. No, there was net code between Jared and that would have been Connor Leach. No. It's a red car. The 10, a Chase Paquette. So, yeah, they were battling there. It looked like it was a battle for 6th spot, and coming out of turn number 2 there, net code. Every iRacer's worst nightmare. Is that dreaded net code, and it came to light there, but thankfully, thankfully there wasn't a caution, but unfortunate for Jared Rashawn, he got the worst part of the deal there. As you see that right front, it's all crinkled up there. That's definitely going to cause some major handling problems for him. Got a battle here for 5th. Chase Paquette is trying to get around that 24 machine of Alexander Hyder, and for right now, he's got it. But Alexander's fighting back there on the outside, going down into turn number 3. Coming up onto, that is the 53 of Chris Lilly. And still side-by-side start-finish line, but right now, Alexander has that 5th spot going down into turn number 1. Chase just can't get the momentum coming out of the turn to be able to complete that pass. As we got more battles going on behind them. But right now, this is the tightest battle out here on track. They are literally been door to door here for the last 2 laps. As it looks like Chase is finally going to give way. and let Alexander hold on to that spot for right now. But we get back here to 16th with Josh Duke, Leva Carlson, Jared Rashawn, Jason Semedo. All right here battling. Side by side, 2 rows deep. Going down the back straightaway, going down into turn number 3. And Jared is just, he's running a line that you normally don't see at Atlanta. That might partly be because of the damage he's got on that right front. Now, at the new Atlanta, you see it all the time as, who is that behind? That is the 14, D. Allen Grote. No. No. It's the one. Oh, it's Eli Innes back here in 33rd. He is a 3 laps down. What happened to Eli? We're 3 wide. As Eli's riding the wall, coming out of turn number 2. He tagged the wall, got loose, but he was able to manage it, save it. Good driving there with Eli there, being able to get around the cars on the lead lap as he's a lap down. He's not battling for position or anything. He's just trying to unlap himself the old-fashioned way. The only problem is he's got to do that 3 times. As we get back up here to the lead, nothing going on here with the top 3. But Alexander and Chase Paquette are going at it once more. Chase is back down to the inside of that 24 machine of Alexander. But right now, looks like it's pretty even coming out of turn number 4, and it's still going to be... Chase still has it for now. Well, Alexander has it, then Chase has it, then Alexander has it, then Chase has it. So it keeps going back and forth. As these guys are battling, 6th, 7th, and 8th are loving this right now. Oh, and 9th. Can't forget about Michael Dorsey and that 99 machine all over the back bumper there, the 39 machine of Aiden Kirker. So pretty soon we're going to have a 6-pack here battling out here for the 4th spot. So if I was either 24 or 10, I might be like, you know what, I might back off a little bit here and get a little bit of a gap on the guys behind us, because they're coming up on us there. As I say that, the 10 machine Chase Paquette goes ahead and gets behind that 24 once more. As Leisure's running the same line Rashawn was just running up near the wall. And now he's running that midline. Now 3 and 4 I could see running that line, because you're not hitting all those bumps there, and not having to work that wheel, saving your tires just a little bit. And every little bit of tire saving goes a long way, especially on the long run. And right now we're looking like we're going to have that long green flag run. We got 32 cars on the lead lap. Cameron McCone is the last car on the lead lap in the 04, sitting back here in 32nd. We got Matt Bartels back here in 31st. James Rader and that 72 machine sitting here in 30th. Got Paul Reckley in 29th in that 22 Nickelodeon machine. We got battles going on. We got battles going on all over the place. Get back up here to Michael Dorsey here, battling with Chris Lilly here. This is a battle for the 8th spot. And Aiden Kirker, something happened to Aiden Kirker. He's falling back a little bit here. still door to door here with Chris Lilly and Michael Dorsey. And Alexander Hyder and Chase Paquette are still going at it. This is round number 3 since the green flags dropped. Man, these guys just won't give it up with each other. Just when you think Chase might be able to do it, Alexander pulls a rabbit out of his hat, and he fights hard on that outside line. He's able to make it prevail, and then Chase has to fall back as Corbin got loose coming out of turn number 2. As Walker Thomas is now on his outside, he's going to take the lead. Walker Thomas is now up to that top spot. And he will be the first lead change of the night here. Corbin has led all 47 laps. As Corbin is now falling back all the way back to 5th. That's how quickly it can change, folks. Guy pretty much had it in cruise control the entire race up until that slip right there. And now that colorful 12 machine of Walker Thomas is up into the top spot. As Aiden Kirker moved him up to 6th spot. It looked like, what's going on with Corbin Collins here? Oh no, Corbin! See what happened here to Corbin here. Is he trying to make a coming down to pit road? I think he tried to make a late decision to come down pit road, locked up the brakes, and unfortunate for him, gonna lose a ton of spots. But he was not the cause. He did not bring out a caution, was not a cause of a caution, so. As we got a battle for lead, as Zach Lindgren is now looking to the inside of that 12 machine of Walker Thomas. And Chase Paquette has found his way around that 24 machine, and now he's up here fighting for the 2nd spot now as he's fighting on the outside of the 85 machine of Zach Lindgren. And you got Alexander Hyder not too far away, sitting in that 4th spot. Sean Leisure rounding out your top 5 here. Oh, your top 5, all except for Chase Paquette, have won this season. And Chase is sitting in that 2nd spot. As Walker got loose coming out of 2, Chase is going to go ahead and pounce on it. Coming out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. He's down to the inside, going down into turn number 3. And it looks like he's going to have Walker cleared coming out of turn number 4. Yes, he does. Your new leader here, that 10 machine of Chase Paquette. But Walker is not done yet. He's going to fight back there on the outside, going down into turn number 1. As now looks like Chase got a little loose coming out of turn number 2. We're 3 wide back here with Sean Leisure and company going down into turn number 3. Oh. They were able to get that straightened out back down to 2 wide. Get back up here to the lead, though. This is where the battle's been brewing for the last couple laps now, with Chase Paquette, Walker Thomas. And, man, once more, 3 wide. Coming out of turn number 2. It's going to get tight. 4. Oh, man, I thought they were going to be 4 wide there for a second. Whoo! Thankfully, no, they didn't go 4 wide. I probably would have lost my mind if they went 4 wide down the back straightaway. It looks like Walker's going to be able to take that lead back from Chase Paquette for now anyway. But he definitely had a fight to go ahead and get that spot back away from Chase Paquette, but Chase Paquette was able to lead 2 laps out of that whole situation. As Jason Semedo has now found himself up to 11th spot, up 9 spots from where he started the race here this evening. You got Darrell making passes here, back here at 18th. Right where he started the race, trying to get around that 2 machine of Clinton Seymour, or should I say the 47 of Clinton Seymour. As Chase is all over the back bumper there of Walker Thomas. He's just waiting for Walker to go ahead and slip up just a little bit. He's looking back down to the inside. Ooh, almost contact there going down into turn number 1. And it looks like for now, Walker's just going to be able to hold him off there, just running that outside line. It goes up. Joseph Costello and Jared Rashawn, they're battling here for 13th spot. Looks like Costello is going to go ahead and be able to overtake that 13th position. Let's go ahead and get on his paint real quick. Had an officer that unfortunately died in the line of duty yesterday. So, thank you for your service, officer. Jonathan E. Diller. Thank you for protecting and serving. I think he was in New York, if I'm not mistaken. As Costello is coming down pit road, we have pit stops going ahead and take place right now. Looks like Chase Paquette is down pit road. Sean Leisure is also down pit road. And Zach Lindgren's on pit road, so a lot of the leaders decided to come down pit road, get 4 tires, get it full of Sunoco fuel, well, virtual Sunoco fuel, and get back out here on track. As Chris Lilly is your new leader here. Looks like we got more drivers coming down pit road. With Walker Thomas, Michael Dorsey, Connor Leach is down pit road. The 01, that's I think there's some guys not running the right number here, but you get the idea. James Rader's on pit road. Alexander Hyder is also down pit road. Well, coming out pit road now, was down pit road. Chris Lilly's coming down pit road in that 53 machine. He was sitting up in the top spot as Darrell has now taken over the lead. And top 7 have yet to pit. They're actually top 8. Yeah, maybe 7. I think Connor did come down pit road. Connor's been out here 11 laps. So he's somewhat new. He's like that mid-level. But between Darrell and Allen, you're looking about 43, 44 laps as that 14 machine is now on pit road. As Darrell is now down pit road, Chris Thornton's going to go ahead and take over the lead his first lap here tonight in that 75 machine. Got Kyle Camper here in second with the 48 machine. Nathan Inman in third. Wait and see here. We should be getting ready to come down pit road here Looks like those tires are shot on that 75 machine of Chris Thornton, so hopefully he can make it down pit road here pretty soon. Don't know how long he's going to try to hold out those tires, as Kyle Camper is coming up on to that 75 machine. As yes, here comes Chris Thornton. He's going to be coming down pit road. Yes, coming down pit road this time. That gives the lead over to Kyle Camper. He'll lead his first lap here in that 91 Coors Light Chevy Camaro. I don't know why I said Camaro like that. It just sounded good. I don't know. Looks like Chris Thornton is down underway. His pit stop's completed as Kyle Camper is now coming down pit road. See here, Nathan Inman comes down pit road, or if he's going to stay out and lead himself a lap. And he's going to stay out, and he is going to go ahead and lead a lap here tonight. We've had 8 lead changes here. We're down to 34 laps to go. Only 1 caution here tonight. Up to this point. Nathan Inman's still going to go ahead and stay out here another lap. He's been out here 48 laps. Well, now it'll be 49. As you can see, the fresh tires are night and day over the old ones, as the 72 of James Rader just went by him as if he was sitting still. And Nathan Inman still staying out. But once he comes down pit road, that will give the lead up to that 10 machine of Chase Paquette. You got the 39 machine of Aiden Kirker right behind Chase. Alexander Hyder will right behind them. He'll be third. Walker Thomas will be fourth. And then Zach Lindgren will round out your top 5. And out of those drivers, Chase Paquette, Aiden Kirker have not won this season as of now. As here comes the 48 machine of Nathan Inman. He's down pit road. So that will complete the cycle of pit stops here tonight. And that will give the lead to Chase Paquette now, as we're 3 wide coming out. True, we had contact between the 24 and 39. Aiden Kirker got the worst end of that one. We're still green here tonight. But we caught that live. We're going to go ahead and see what happened here. We're going to go Chase, do a far chase here. And you see the 91, they're coming up on the 91 of Kyle Camper, coming out of turn 2, and it was just tight quarters between the two drivers. And unfortunately for Aiden Kirker, it looks like his night of finishing with his first victory here of Season 5 is coming to an end. You hate to see that happen, especially when you're just having such good racing, such good battling going on throughout the field. But you know, it's a part of racing. It's unfortunate for Aiden Kirker. His luck has not been good this season. He's had multiple top 2 finishes, but he just can't seem to crack that, winner's circle, and he's going to have to wait yet another race. Go ahead and claim victory. As as Walker Thomas is now trying to fight on the outside of that 10 machine. Chase Burquette for the lead. Looks like we got 7 people out there watching right now. Thank you all for tuning in here this evening for the ISRL over here on Extreme Racing TV. Season 5 for that here tonight. Race number 8. Man, 2 likes already. That is awesome. Thank you guys for hitting that like button and enjoying this race here this evening. As we got Walker, he was on the outside, then he went on the inside, and now he's just going to go ahead and sit behind Chase just for a little bit. As Michael Dorsey here is going to come up here on the lap car, that would be the 91 machine, Kyle Camper. Kyle is the first driver a lap down. So if the caution would come out, he would be the free pass car. We got to keep our eyes up here in the top 2. It looks like Walker's getting ready to pounce again. I don't know if it's just me, but it looks like Chase's rear is just floating. Like, it doesn't even look like those tires are hitting the ground. That's weird. Could be just the angle, too. I'm just going to go ahead and sit here with Walker here for just a bit. We're going to see if he was going to do a little bump there going into 3, but he held off. We got Walker fighting on the outside. Once more for the lead. He's going to go ahead and lead that lap. And he's going to be able to complete the pass going into turn number 1. So Walker Thomas is your new leader as we get back here to 12th now. Josh Duke getting around that 33 machine of Tyler Kahn. And that is for 12th spot. We got Nathan Inman fighting with the was fighting with the 91 of Kyle Camper. So now Nathan Inman is the first driver a lap down if a caution were to come out. Get up here to 17th spot. Joseph Costello just getting around that 71 machine of Corbin Collins. If you remember, tuned in earlier on in the race, Corbin Collins, he led the first 47 laps of the race and then had a mishap coming out of turn number 2. And unfortunate for him, has got him sitting back here in 18th spot. But a caution can change a lot. Jake Baker here in that 17 machine, up 3 spots from where he started the race, sitting back here in 26th spot. He's another driver looking for a caution to go ahead and get everything restacked. Looks like right now everyone's pretty spaced out. As I say that, you got the Paul Reckley is now a lap down. That 22 Nickelodeon machine. And you got James Rader here. He's the next car. that is on the radar of the leader, Walker Thomas. But right now, everybody's keeping it cool, calm, and collected. A lot of single file racing. Every now and then you get a couple side-by-side battles, and then they fight it out there for a couple laps and get back single file. Pretty good long green flag session we have going on here. We were able to complete a nice long round of green flag pit stops. Had some strategy coming into play here. Some drivers stayed out longer than others. Just to try to hope on a caution coming out with somebody coming down pit road and misjudging their brakes or coming. A whole loot of things could have happened there during the pit cycle, but everybody kept it clean, kept it green, clean and green. Walker now has about just a little over a half-second lead over the second spot, and that would be Chase Paquette there in that 10 machine. And then Alexander Hyder sitting here in third. He's got some pressure there. It's a lap car, but still considered a little bit of pressure. Anytime you got somebody in your rearview mirror, as Alexander's looking down, trying to peek down on the inside of that 10 machine, Chase Paquette, but not able to do anything right now. Seems like wherever that 10 machine is, the 24 is either in front of him or right behind him or beside him or dooring him, or as Chase is doing some blocking there going down the back straightaway. That I don't know. You're going to have to ask Corbin Collins that. So you might want to give him a call here after the race if you still have his number and find out. But right now he's sitting here in 17th spot. He's down 17 from where he started, but that's just he wanted to flip his number around real quick. Well, 16 now. As he's running, man, we're just gonna nickname. Well, it is the Larson line, just up as close as you can to that wall. As Walker Thomas, he's pretty much doing the same thing here. As Alexander and Chase Paquette, here we go again. This is like round 45. And they're both trying to run that mid to high line. And Chase has got the higher line coming out of turn number 2. And it looks like Chase is going to be able to hold off for now. But for how long, we don't know. But we get back here, Zach Lindgren's having a heck of a battle here with the 48 of Nathan Inman, who is not on the lead lap. He's sitting back here in 21st spot, the first driver a lap down. As here we go again. Chase Paquette and Alexander Hyder. Man, these guys, these two can hold it off for the last 11 laps. As we got a car up into the wall. That is the 01. That's Eli in. No. No. Who was that? Sean Leisure has dropped out. Missed what happened to Sean Leisure, unfortunately. Trying to find out who was driving. Oh, there he is. The 01, Lima Carlson. Liam Carlson. Not Liam. I know he corrected me on that, and I kept butchering it. I apologize for that, Liam. As Walker Thomas is pretty much checked out. He's got just a little over second lead now over the second spot, Chase McQuett. Chase has company, though. Alexander Hyder, Zach Lindgren right there. As we are down to the final. It'll be 7 laps this time by. Yeah, go-kart racing. I mean, isn't that what it's all about? Just having fun. And I mean, if you give a little bumper or a little fender, well, go-kart's really not a fender. A little tire rub, a little shove out of the way or anything like that, just get out of my way. It's go-kart racing. It's kind of the same thing here with the virtual racing aspect of it. Patience does wear thin from time to time. You just go ahead and give that virtual bumper to somebody. As we're trying to wait for Zach Lindgren here to do the 24 of Alexander Hyder. They both were able to get around the 10 machine of Chase Paquette there, put Chase back down here in the 4th spot. And we'll be down to 5 laps to go here as soon as Walker Thomas crosses the line. Walker will be 5 laps away from completing his 2nd victory here of the season. As the sun, depending on where you're at here on the track, has decided to come out. As now Alexander Hyder has found his way around the 85 of Zach Lindgren, but that battle's not over yet, as Zach is now back to the inside of the 24. What we had earlier with the 24 and 10 is now what we're having with the 85 and 24. Zach Lindgren just trying everything to get around that 24, not able to do it. But we're going to have to call Alexander Hyder like a Ross Chastain, the hardest driver to pass. We'll allow the league members to go ahead and figure that one out. Who is the toughest driver to pass here in the league? Based on this race here tonight, I am going to have to say it is that 24 machine of Alexander Hyder. As we are coming down to the final 2 laps here, as Walker crosses the line. 2 more laps here for that 12 machine. And he will go ahead and secure himself the 2nd victory of Season 5 for himself. And a very good points night for him as well. As Zach is hitting the wall, coming out of turn number 2. He's loose. He's sliding all over the place. He was able to save it, managing it. But he gave up 3rd spot to Chase Paquette here as we're coming down to the final lap here. Walker Thomas is going to go ahead and cross that start-finish line. 1 more lap to go here tonight, here at the old school Atlanta Motor Speedway. And what an old school race it has been here for these drivers here tonight. As Walker Thomas has pretty much checked out. It's going to be a close battle here for 3rd. As coming down to the start-finish line, Walker Thomas is going to grab his 2nd victory here of Season 5. Alexander Hyder second. Chase Perquet's going to round out third. Zach Linger in a close fourth. And then rounding out the top 5 here this evening, Michael Dorsey in that 99 machine. Only one caution here tonight, folks. Very good racing here by all 34 drivers. I know some did not have the race they wanted to have, like Sean Leisure, Aiden Kirker, Richard Kirker, and Cameron McCone. But congratulations goes to that 12 machine, Walker Thomas. As he's going to go ahead and get down here to the start-finish line, past Barney the flag man, and just keep on rolling. He's going to do a reverse victory lap. Yes, he is. And now he's going to go ahead and burn it down at the start-finish line. Burn those virtual tires right off that Toyota Supra. Walker Thomas, you deserve it. Congratulations once again to you, Walker. We're going to go ahead. We're going to step away. We're going to go ahead and get that top 3 up here in the broadcast booth. Don't go anywhere, folks. We will be right back. Alrighty, folks, welcome back. As I have managed to find the top three here this evening. So what we'll go ahead and do, as always, we'll go ahead and start with that P3 finisher here this evening, and that would be that number 10 machine, Chase Proquet. Let's get him up here in the broadcast booth. Well, Chase, man, fortunate for you is a third spot, but some good battles that went on here tonight between, especially you and that 24 machine of Alexander Hyder. Go ahead and talk about your race here tonight for the eighth race of the season for the ISRL League here at the Old Atlanta.
Yeah, man, it was a lot of fun for sure. Old tracks like this always put on a pretty good show around. So I mean, just fight and grit, just one of them old tracks that just tears up tires within the first 2 laps. But no, me and Alex had a great time that first run, and then at the end, I just want to apologize to Jared, putting him in the wall early on. Other than that, man, I had an absolute blast. Just felt like I choked a little bit there.
Yeah, well, good news is you got 2 weeks to go ahead and think about that as far as the choking part. But, I mean, even though, like you said, even though you think that you choked, you still got, a good points night here tonight, finishing third here. Led yourself 11 laps. And even though, you didn't get that ultimate victory that you wanted here tonight, you got something to hold your head high about here going into the off week. But the next race going to Talladega here on the 9th of April for the Darrell Dega 200.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, the good old plate track racing, good old crapshoot, as I like to call it. Go ahead and what are your thoughts there going into Talladega here in 2 weeks?
Yeah, I feel like we got a pretty good shot. I know we're gonna want a little something extra as a team this Talladega, so them elite boys better watch out. That's all I gotta say, man.
Oh,
we're gonna have fun.
Oh, the elite boys have been put on notice, courtesy of Chase Paquette.
We're gonna be quick, man.
Yeah, there you go. You gotta be quick and you gotta have good strategy. So definitely looking forward to that race coming up here in 2 weeks. But until then, Chase, go ahead and enjoy this third place finish here tonight. Any final thoughts, shout outs you want to give before we go ahead and let you celebrate?
Yeah, thanks to you, thanks to Aiden, everybody that puts the show on. Thanks to my wife for letting me do this every week. I really appreciate it. Thanks to the boys, Robert and Jack, for always watching, man.
All right, Chase. Well, first off, thank you, Robert, for tuning in and watching Chase here. Sorry you didn't get you the victory. More importantly, sorry to your wife you didn't get the victory here tonight. But congratulations on your third. You'll get it here at some point this season, I'm sure. But congratulations on your third here tonight, and looking forward to seeing what you bring in 2 weeks at Talladega. Until then, Chase, enjoy this one. See you in 2 weeks.
Yes, sir. Thanks, D-Line.
Yep, you're welcome. All right. That will take us down to our second place finisher here this evening, and that would be that 24 machine of Alexander Hyder. So let's go ahead and get on him and bring him up into the broadcast booth. Well, Alexander Hyder, not quite enough to go ahead and get that podium finish here this evening. Finishing in the top spot, I should say, anyway. But you did manage to get in the podium spot, finishing P2 here at the Old Atlanta. Go ahead and talk about your race, man. How was it for you here tonight, especially battling with that 10 machine of Chase Paquette?
Yeah, overall, I had a really fun time today. I was glad we were able to get a good long run going. And, yeah, again, it was just a lot of fun. There was a bunch of battling, especially with Chase, like you said at the end. I had a lot of fun there. But, yeah, just that last part of the run when I was battling with Chase, though, I wanted to get by him early, but so at least I could have a chance to somehow catch Walker, but we were just battling for too long. And by the time I got back around Chase, there was just not enough laps, and my tires were shot at that point, and I had really no shot there. But overall, I had a pretty good points day. Missed the last 3 weeks, so we're starting off on the right foot here. Just ready for next week.
Yeah. Well, actually 2 weeks. You guys have an off week next week.
Gotcha.
So you go ahead and take an extra week off and go ahead and enjoy that second place finish just a little bit longer. But speaking of next race here in 2 weeks, on the 9th of April, you go ahead and head over to the virtual Talladega for the Talladega 200. Go ahead and, just give us your thoughts about, what you're expecting going into that race here in 2 weeks.
Well, of course, Talladega, it's a plate track, and it's all pretty much about survival, and you got to be at the right place at the right time. But we're the defending winner of that race, so hopefully we can go back-to-back and, again, start off on the right foot.
Yeah, for sure. You're one of those drivers, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, you do already have a win. Honestly, I thought you did. You already got a win under your belt here this season, back here at the road course at Daytona. So you're gonna be, in 2 weeks looking for your second win here of the season. But until then, you got an extra week to go ahead, and not that you need practice at Talladega, but just saying.
Right.
But before we go ahead and let you go and celebrate this second place finish here, Alexander, any final thoughts, shout-outs you want to give before we go ahead and let you go and celebrate this P2 finish here at Atlanta?
Well, first and foremost, I want to apologize to Aiden. I know I said it during the race, but we got into each other during that last run. I wasn't aware of the 3-wide situation. I was just focused on what was ahead of me, and we got together, and I unfortunately took Aiden out of contention. So, again, I want to apologize to him. But I also want to thank Express Esports, Outlier Speed Co., everyone at Uprise. Congrats to Chris on the top 5, and good job on Connor with a solid run, and I think that's it.
All right, Alexander. Well, you go ahead and enjoy this P2 finish here at Atlanta tonight, and we'll go ahead and see you in 2 weeks at Talladega. And, hopefully you go ahead and repeat in 2 weeks at Dega. Until then, enjoy this P2 finish.
All right, appreciate it.
Yep, you're welcome. All right, and now that will take us down to the final interview of the evening, and that would be the race winner here tonight of that 12 machine, Walker Thomas. Let's go ahead and get on that 12 machine, and let's bring him up into the booth here, if it'll work. There we go. It's finally moved you, Walker. I was trying like 4 times to move you up here in the booth. Congratulations, man, on the victory here tonight. Go ahead and talk about your race, man. You led 33 laps here at the old Atlanta. But yeah, go ahead. Mike's yours. Go ahead and talk about in that colorful 12 machine.
Yeah, not much of a throwback for this week for me, unfortunately. It's throwback to like a year and a half ago, maybe. But anyways, no, it was a good night. Knew coming into it just from practice and it just being old Atlanta, it was all going to be about tire management. You try to play that fine line of pushing hard enough to still be fast, but safe enough to be good on the long run. And I felt like that's kind of the sweet spot I fell in. Some guys would take off early in the run and I'd get them back, but there was also some guys that, saved their stuff a little bit better than me. So overall, definitely excited to pick up win number 2 on the year. Yeah, it was. I'm sweating. It was a lot of work.
Yeah, it looked like it was a lot of work from up here in the booth, and it looked like there throughout depending on where you guys were at on your run, it was either the low line where you wanted to be, midline, or there were even a few times I saw drivers up near the wall during the Larson line. Was that just based on the tire wear and where the grip was, or was that just based on the conditions of the track with the sky, the sun coming out, and things like that?
I don't know exactly. I was pretty committed to the bottom, but late in the run, it seemed like other guys were moving up top, and I just kind of followed at that point. I wasn't really one that wanted to be the first one up there. The top just wears your tires a little bit more. So I think we all know you can be fast up top, but the vice versa side, or the other side of that is, losing all your tires. So I think once you get to a certain point in the run, you're kind of committed to pushing hard the rest of the way. And that's kind of what happened. I'd say whenever the last run to finish the race after the green flag pit stops, we were all running the bottom. I got past Chase, and it was maybe 3-4 laps after I gotten by him. I saw him and Alex both up top, and it was like, all right, well, game on. We gotta move to the top. So at that point, I think everyone's kind of committed. That's the fastest way at that point.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. But you found a way to make it work perfect for you. Pit strategy played a factor in it as well. But looking forward here, we're off next Tuesday, but on the 9th of April, we go ahead and head over to Talladega, some plate racing for the Darrell Dega 200. Go ahead and give us your thoughts real quick, Walker. What your thoughts and expectations are going into that race here in 2 weeks.
Well, first off, it's good to go into the off week with a win. It's obviously a good feeling to get a win, but especially when you get an off week in between there, makes it feel even better.
Mm-hmm.
On the flip side, Talladega is a beast, so it'll be typical 2, 3, maybe even 4 wide. One thing I will say is I like the numbers our team has. Elite Motorsports hopefully will have all 6 of us in there in 2 weeks, and I think that gives us a good advantage. It opens up some opportunities to do something a little bit different and stick together. So we'll see. I didn't get to run the Daytona race to start the season, so I didn't get to experience this league yet with a plate race. So it'll be a little bit of learning at first, and then hopefully get up front.
All right, Walker. Well, we're definitely looking forward to seeing what you bring here in 2 weeks at Talladega. But until then, like you said, you get an extra week and enjoy this victory here tonight. But before we go ahead and let you start celebrating that victory, any final thoughts, shout-outs you want to give before we go ahead and let you go?
Yeah, shout out to Elite Motorsports. We've taken 3 wins in 3 weeks. So last week was a doubleheader and we didn't win both, but still got a win. So we're going to count it as 3 wins in 3 weeks. So props to the team for showing up each week and being strong. It's a good accomplishment to get, and hopefully we continue that. And just make sure, if you're listening, to use code DFANS at Circle B for $6 off shipping.
All right, Walker. Well, you go ahead and enjoy 2 weeks of celebration. Celebrate this victory here for 2 weeks, and we'll see you back on the 9th of April at Talladega for the Darrell Dega 200. Until then, enjoy this one. We'll see you on the 9th.
Appreciate it, Dennis. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, everybody. Well, that will do it for the interviews here this evening. So let's go ahead and get down to the final results here tonight. And there they are. All right. For the Lindys, the way it should be 150. Walker Thomas with that top spot in that 12 machine. Congratulations once again, Walker, on the victory here at the old Atlanta. Second spot, Alexander Hyder in the 24. Third, Chase Paquette in the 10. Finishing fourth, the 85 machine of Zach Lindgren. Fifth spot, we got the 99 of Michael Dorsey. Back in sixth spot, the 79 of Connor Leach. In seventh, 53 of Chris Lilly. Back in eighth, the 27 of Jared Rashawn. In ninth spot, the 43 of Jason Semedo. And rounding out the top 10 here this evening is the 32 machine of Josh Duke. Finishing 11th here tonight in that 6 machine, Daryl Arnold. Congratulations, Daryl, on finishing 11th here tonight. Got to pick on the Alabama fan. Sorry, Daryl. I had to throw it in there at some point through the broadcast. In 12th spot, we got the 41 of Caden Henry Oaks. 13th to 33 of Tyler Kahn. 14th to 60 machine of Joseph Costello. And 15th, the 9 machine of Connor Trifari. And then 16th, the 75 of Chris Thornton. And 17th, the 2 machine driving the 47 here tonight. His throwback team, Clinton Seymour. And 18th spot, the 71 of Corbin Collins. And 19th, the 91 of Kyle Camper. And then rounding out the top 20 here this evening, the 14 machine of D. Allen Grote. Finishing 21st here tonight, the 76 machine of Matt Bartels. 22nd, the 17 of Jake Baker. 23rd, the 48 of Nathan Inman. 24th, the 72 of James Rader. Back in 25th, the 01 of Lima Carlson. 26th, the 22 machine of Paul Reckley. 27th, the 4 machine of Cody Tabor. 28th, the 98 machine of Anthony Colatuano. 29th, the 1 machine of Eli Innes. And then rounding out the top 30 here, the 67 machine of Sean Leisure. And 31st, the 39 of Aiden Kirker. 32nd, the 93 of Richard Kirker. 33rd, the 182 of Mitch Van Oss. And then rounding out the field here in 34th, the 04 of Cameron McHone. All right, everybody. Well, that will do it here for Extreme Racing TV here on Tuesday night. Until the 9th of April for the Darrell Dega 200 at the virtual Talladega. But until then, this has been a good one. And you definitely want to tune in on the 9th of April. Plate racing, 3, 4, maybe even have some 5 wide. But until the 9th of April, we're going to sign off here for Extreme Racing TV. Have yourselves a good night and take care of one another.